It'll be here in the next 35 to 40 minutes. Meteorologist Brandon Chambers with you, and a quick weather update. You're not missing any of your programming, but severe weather continues to move into northwestern Alabama, bringing with it the primary threat for some very strong winds, gusting to over 65 or 70 miles per hour. Let's go and take a look at it on radar. These storms are moving slowly east. They're moving quickly to the northeast, but the line itself is making very slow eastward progress, and we have a new severe thunderstorm warning, which has been extended a little bit further east for portions of Lauderdale, Colbert, and Franklin County, Alabama, and that runs until 9:30 p.m. So a new severe thunderstorm warning for those counties until 9:30 p.m. Again, the main threat will be winds over 70 miles per hour. There's the look at the watches and warnings. As tornado watch until. Meteorologist Brandon Chambers with you. Just a quick update. You're not missing any of your programming. Severe thunderstorm warning about to expire for Franklin County, Tennessee, Colbert County, and Lauderdale County. We'll see if it's extended, but right now the storms have not really produced a whole lot in the way of damage. The damage we're seeing around the Tennessee Valley is not from thunderstorms, but from strong, just regular old environmental winds with gusts over 35 to 40 miles per hour.
Love weather? Read all about it at valleywx.com.
All right, meteorologist Brandon Chambers back with you. Again, this is a quick weather update. You're not missing any of your programming, but we do have severe thunderstorms to tell you about in northwestern Alabama, moving to the east at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. Severe thunderstorm warnings now in effect for Lauderdale, Colbert, and Franklin County, Alabama until 10:15. The main threat with this line of storms will be high wind speeds over 65 to 70 miles per hour. Also, can't rule out still some rotation within the line, although that is not apparent at the current time. That could change very closely. Again, approaching the Florence area, Sheffield, Tuscumbia, Muscle Shoals, the Quad Cities over the next 30 to 45 minutes right now over Cherokee. Continues to push to the east. It's about an hour possibly away from Russellville. As it continues to move to the east, it will bring some gusty winds as well. In addition to the thunderstorm wind threat, we're also dealing with environmental winds not associated with thunderstorms, gusting to over 35 to 40 miles per hour, and that is knocking down some trees, so that's doing some damage as well.
This evening with an update on the severe weather situation across the Tennessee Valley. Part of northwest Alabama has already been under a severe thunderstorm warning tonight, and all of North Alabama and southern Tennessee are under a tornado watch tonight. Chief Meteorologist Jason Simpson joins us now with the latest. Jason.
Hey, thanks, Carson. This line of thunderstorms very intense as it's moving into northwest Alabama. We got a report as it came through right that the wind gusted to 66 miles per hour. There are numerous trees down across Lauderdale County and Colbert County. The storms, we've not had any reports of significant damage out of them so far, but that 66 mile per hour wind certainly enough to knock out the power, knock a tree down on a house or a mobile home. So when these are coming through, the idea is to kind of just hunker down right in the middle of the house. So we've got a severe thunderstorm warning up through the central part of Lauderdale, most of eastern and central Colbert County. So as we look in really close here around Killen, up toward Anderson, Highway 65, Highway 207, 72 down here around Rogersville, this is all beginning to work in your direction. And since we have already seen wind gusts of 40 to 60, close to 70 miles per hour, that's what you can expect down the line. We'll get over here right into downtown Florence, Sheffield, Tuscumbia, Muscle Shoals. That's where some of the heaviest rain is falling. We have also noticed on our camera downtown Florence on the Jack's camera network that the rain is just coming down in sheets and it's almost sideways. So I would estimate the winds here at least 40 miles across the city of Muscle Shoals through Tuscumbia and then down toward Colbert Heights as well. You're going to get some of those stronger winds too, especially since you're in an elevation. Go farther south into Franklin County. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Russellville and for Belgreen and for the Frankfort area. This is coming right in on northwest Russellville, pretty close to the high school now. You saw that live sweep just come around. But as it comes on into downtown, we expect the winds again at least 40 miles per hour ahead of this. And within the storms themselves, we're getting isolated wind gusts that are above 60 miles per hour. So we'll kind of back out here and take the big view again and show you how things are shaping up around the entire Tennessee Valley. From Huntsville east, it's been quiet in Jackson County as well as Marshall County and DeKalb County tonight. The wind is starting to howl, though, especially on the mountains. Brindley, Sand Mountain, Cumberland Mountain, Lookout Mountain. You're getting wind gusts that are going to approach 40 or 50 miles per hour, with these storms still about 70 miles away. And the speed of this is so slow. It's about 20 to 25 miles per hour east, so it is going to take a long time for this to track all the way across Jackson County and Marshall County and DeKalb County. I think it could be as late as maybe 1 a.m. before this completely moves through the Huntsville area. There are also storms beginning to develop ahead of this, and that's right on the nose of some of the more highly unstable air, so we'll have to watch those closely. Again, tornado watch until 2 a.m. We'll be back with another update in just a few moments. Carson?
Make sure you have a severe weather safety plan. Don't wait until it's too late. If you have a safe room at home, that's good, but if you don't, we have a list of storm shelters at WHNT.com for all counties in our viewing area. Also a list of our radio simulcast partners who broadcast our signal during severe weather. Have a radio with batteries in it in case you lose power. This can really come in handy inside your safe room. And don't forget about our WHNT Live Alert 19 app. You can stay up to date on the current weather situation by downloading the app on your iPhone, Android, or iPad. There's a live radar stream so you can track any potential severe weather threats. It will be very handy if your satellite or cable goes out or if you lose power during a storm. That's because if we interrupt programming, you can watch our live coverage on your phone or tablet with the app. Our weather blog is another way we are taking action to keep you informed. You can find it by going to valleywx.com. The latest blog post includes a detailed outlook from the Storm Prediction Center on the severe weather threat for the Tennessee Valley. Our meteorologists update the blog throughout the evening. Again, that's valleywx.com.
For WHNT News 19, weather where you live forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jason Simpson.
The severe thunderstorm warnings for the shoals have been canceled, but I tell you, those storms are still pretty rough coming through. We still do have one severe thunderstorm warning in effect in this area. That's for Giles County. That storm is moving toward Lincoln County, so you've got some rough weather coming up pretty quick in the western part of Lincoln County, out around Boones Hill, even up toward Petersburg. Notice the red spots there. Those are tornado warnings up in Middle Tennessee, and we're all under a tornado watch until 2 o'clock in the morning. That's when we think this line is finally going to start making its way onto the east and weakening slightly as it crosses I-65. So let's go to the radar and check out these storms on an individual basis. First of all, you can see the main line here is well west of Fayetteville. It's coming right in on Pulaski now. That's Highway 64. That's US 43. So it's now crossed over 43 in Lawrence County, Tennessee, and crossed past 43 in northern Lauderdale County in Alabama. We've also got a lot of showers and a couple of thunderstorms developing ahead of this line. And as it's moving east very slowly at about 25 miles per hour, we still have to watch for the possibility of some rotation within some of the stronger storms. So there's a look at southern Lawrence and southern Giles County. That is coming in on Pulaski now, getting some reports of power outages here in southern Tennessee. Heavy rain as well as a lot of lightning and thunder up here just north of Killen, close to Lexington, and that's moving out Highway 64 over here toward the Grassy area, over toward the Anderson community as well in northern Lauderdale County. Heavy storm west of Athens out close to Blackburn. And then we've also got this, which is windy and wet, but there's no severe weather happening in Franklin County right now. Again, all the warnings for this part of North Alabama have been dropped. Now, let's look at the progression of this over the next few hours, and for that, we're going to toss it over to meteorologist Brandon Chambers.
All right, Jason, thank you. We are watching this line of storms as it moves east. Its movement is fairly slow in the easterly direction. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the latest model data that's available to us. High resolution, a regional model as it moves across the Tennessee Valley. Looks like it'll be approaching western portions of Limestone and Lawrence County in the next couple of hours, around midnight. Approaching the Huntsville area sometime about an hour or two after midnight, around 1 a.m., at least through portions of Madison County. And then moving further to the east, slow progression, a long time to move through the Tennessee Valley. By about 4 a.m. moving into the Sand Mountain, Lookout Mountain, Cumberland Plateau region, and then finally moving out of the Tennessee Valley by around 7 a.m. So daybreak, most of the heavy thunderstorms will be out of here. Here's a look at the progression of the highest chance for strongest thunderstorms as they move through your location. Again, by daybreak, we should be getting rid of most of the activity. Again, we'll keep you updated on the blog, valleywx.com. If you have any weather reports to tell us, you can always hashtag us at valleywx on Twitter or weather@WHNT.com if email is your thing. And speaking of weather reports, we've been getting a lot of damage reports that aren't related to these severe thunderstorms, right, Ben?
That's right, Brandon. We have several wind reports going on. We're talking about wind gusts sustained between 30 and 40 miles per hour, even before the stronger thunderstorms move through the shoals. I'm going to read off several damage reports we've had already. 1 mile east of Killen in Lauderdale County along Francis Drive in Killen, we had a tree down there. Also, multiple trees trees down, approaching Waterloo in the westbound lane. Now, not sure what road that is, probably County Road 14 or County Road 45. And as we make our way through this evening, heavy wind, heavy rain will continue to move through the I-65 area and then over towards Sand Mountain and Lookout Mountain as well. There are your current winds gusting to 46 miles per hour. That's at the Northwest Alabama Regional Airport, and a 29-mile-per-hour gust down at Albertville up on Sand Mountain. So, Jason, very wet, very windy the rest of this evening.
Yeah, Ben, and as you see, these winds are getting stronger over towards Sand and Lookout Mountains, too. As far as the storms go for the rest of the evening, again, remember, they're slowly progressing east at about 25 miles per hour, and we expect them to slowly work their way on up toward Huntsville and Decatur over the next 2 to 3 hours. Quickly, we're going to take a look at the 7-day forecast, and you can see tomorrow the high around 67. We'll be in the 40s on Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so Christmas is looking dry, both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Can't rule out a chance of a shower late in the week, but I don't think we see any significant rain. And again, with this situation developing tonight, if there is a tornado warning issued for the Tennessee Valley, we're going to break in immediately and let you know about it. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and at valleywx.com. Carson? Well, tonight, obviously, tornado watch in effect until 2 a.m. These showers and storms still working across the valley. We've had quite a bit of tree and power line damage in the shoals. In fact, let's take a look at the radar right now, and you can see where this line is. It's coming in on the northwest edge of Lincoln County through central Giles, northwest Limestone, eastern Lauderdale. That's the strongest part of it. It's still heavy, but it's not quite as strong in southern Colbert County down through Franklin County. It's moving east at about 25 to 30 miles per hour, being Huntsville, Athens, Decatur, sometime just after midnight, and then finally exiting out of northeast Alabama early in the morning. But the trend right now is for slightly weaker storms east of I-65, so that's good news.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll be here all night. Have a great night.
I'm meteorologist Ben Smith. A tornado watch has been canceled for Lauderdale, Franklin, and Colbert counties, but everyone's still under the tornado watch until 2 a.m. Heavy rainfall continues around Giles County near Pulaski through Limestone County, very close to Athens, and further down to the south, sections of Franklin County near Phil Campbell. Very heavy rainfall, gusty winds, still the threat for the rest of tonight.
I'm WHNT News 19 Chief Meteorologist Jason Simpson. Quick update here. We're not interrupting any programming. This is in the natural break that would occur in the program, so you're not going to miss any of the show. But we want to get you updated on this situation that we have tonight. This is a heavy band of thunderstorms, and it's not severe, but it is pretty disruptive. The wind is coming in at about 40 to 50 miles per hour within this. The rain is heavy. Occasionally, we're getting some strong gusts of wind that get up close to 50 miles per hour here across southern Tennessee. The closest severe thunderstorm warning to North Alabama is way up there around Shelbyville in Bedford County. But this that's coming through Lincoln County now from Petersburg and Boones Hill and around Taft East toward Highway 231 and then over into the southeast part of Lincoln County. You got a heavy storm that's moving that direction. There may not be a lot of lightning and thunder with it, but there's definitely some pretty good gusts of wind that'll come through and rattle the walls, rattle the windows, might even blow a couple of trees down. So if you are concerned about maybe being in a mobile home in this, I don't think it's going to knock that over. But if you have trees close by, you might want to just kind of get to the middle of the house as these are coming through, especially if you hear that wind really get to rocking. In Limestone County, a heavy storm right on top of Athens. That's moving east. It's crossing Lindsay Lane as we speak, so you've got some strong winds coming through Athens, through Alabama Fork, coming into Tanner. These storms, again, not severe, but they are rather strong through parts of Lawrence County, too, just west of Moulton, and then into southern Franklin County. Good news is the tornado watch has been canceled for Franklin, for Colbert, and Lauderdale, and as this line continues to move east at about 25 miles per hour, we'll see additional counties be dropped out of this watch. Watch continues to 2 a.m. We'll be here watching the weather situation for you through the rest of the evening. It is 11:34, and I am Chief Meteorologist Jason Simpson here at WHNT News 19. Heavy thunderstorms still moving across the valley. No severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect. And again, we're not interrupting programming to do this. We're doing this in the break to make sure that you're getting to see what you came here for and getting information about these disruptive storms. Raining heavily around Fayetteville and up toward Lynchburg. Everything is sliding off to the east here, so places like Lincoln and Vantown and Kelso, you're in the line for a heavy storm. Most of Limestone County is covered up by heavy rain. mile-per-hour wind gusts, so as they move into northwest Madison up here around Bobo and Harvest and Tony down toward Monrovia, expect it to get windy as we move farther south. Lawrence County, Franklin County, the severe weather threat seems to be very low here for the next little while. So as everything continues to move east, we're watching it. Tornado watch is in effect until 2 a.m. We'll be here monitoring things for you throughout the night.
Flooding, though, this morning is a problem. Madison County officials reporting many roads have been impassable overnight or even closed due to flooding. Storm Hunter 19 was out and about. That's what you're seeing right now, our vantage point. Throughout the storms over the last 12 hours, Storm Hunter 19 caught these images. The roads at Triana Boulevard, just north of Bob Wallace, early this morning, stacked up there, making it very tough for drivers to get around. The roads, though, as we understand, are now back open, but still travel out there with care as the water is still laying on the roads in some areas. Huntsville utility crews have been working since midnight to fight high winds to get those power restored in a few places. That includes an outage in the area south of Airport Road to 4 Mile Post Road between Memorial Parkway and Whitesburg Drive. There was an outage there, and they fixed that one, and then they were working on another outage in southwest Huntsville that includes Airport Road, Drake Avenue, Lehman Ferry, and Triana Boulevard. Still working on that outage as we speak.
Your WHNT News 19 weather where you live forecast with meteorologist Jennifer Watson.
And thanks for joining us on this rainy Sunday morning across the Tennessee Valley. We dealt with strong to severe storms rumbling across the region through the overnight hours and just damaging wind gusts besides the thunderstorm activity. Just environmental wind with the storm system moving through. Thankfully, though, the severe threat is over. The worst is off to our east. The bulk of the rain along and east of I-65, but still a few spotty showers to the west of I-65 as well. And that 12 that you see right there, that's the lightning count that we do have, and that may be just for a little bit farther off to the north and east. Really not much lightning going on here, and we still have some pockets, though, of heavy rain. A rough drive on 72 if you're traveling east of Huntsville up to Chattanooga, so you need to take it slow. Some light to moderate rain from South Pittsburgh through Bridgeport and Stevenson, and as we pan a little bit farther down to the south, that goes through Scottsboro, Gurley, and still some more spotty showers around Hazel Green, Moores Mill, Harvest, Ardmore, just off to the east there of Athens. Fort Payne, rough ride along I-59 down through Collinsville, still picking up on some pockets of some heavier rain and heavier rain there to the south around Altoona. But here's a wide-up view of the satellite and radar so you can see where the heaviest rain and the bulk of it is now shifting off to the east.
Right?
Yes, that is. That's Madison County, and that stretches northward there into just a little bit there of southern middle Tennessee. But the main issue is around Madison County. According to the National Weather Service and Madison County officials, many roads are impassable, and there's flooding on several roads, and they're impassable due to the fact that they're flooded right now. So just use extreme caution, and even if there's no flooding going on, there's lots of standing water. We've just seen this persistent rain throughout the overnight, so just take it slow out there. There could be also a few tree branches, limbs in the road as well due to the strong gusty winds, so something to keep in mind. But again, that's a flood warning that's in effect for Madison County, southwestern Franklin, southeastern Lincoln, and southeastern Moore County in southern Tennessee.